competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake. So time war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Yeah. UPK shit, man, One West. Hey. I'm a UPK nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gon' do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Tazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't trippin' on no drink, got bottles in the room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us and we ain't them. I told him put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th annual Passover, man, turn up. We gon' do this shit the UPK way, not the
Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my taxes. Yes, you said Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a
Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life.
Backstage.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're squirming off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Hey, Shalom, ISUPK.
Shalom, Yahba, Shalom, Shalom.
What's going on? What's going on? All right, this is the Wednesday night history class. Also, remember, check out Commanding General Hannah's radio show, 2 a.m. UK time. There's one on Monday. I believe there's one on Wednesday, 2 a.m. We have classes here Monday through Friday. We have them Monday, Wednesday, Thursday in the school, 7 p.m. till 9. Have them online Tuesday, Friday, 7 p.m. till 9. We also got the radio show on the ends. Lash from Kudash on Friday. Also have Sabbath service Saturday, 10 a.m. Lord de la Camp. And we have a class in Leicester. So look out for those things. We're going to jump right back into the Windrush. Also, any questions, put them in the chat. On topic, off topic, scriptures, history, whatever questions you want answered. Just put them in the chat, and Lord allow, we can answer all your questions. Let me get back to where we was. So Lucky Hacker, if you could get me this slide here.
Yes, sir. Lived in the UK since 1965. The word claims seems to be an official shorthand indicating this is what the suspect says it's saying, but we're not in the least inclined to believe him. This repeated use conjures a vision of the imagination officer holding out something distasteful for inspection. Eyebrows raised in contemptuous disbelief.
So now this man was pleading with them like, yo, I'm not illegal, I've been here for 50 years. And the immigration officer had the look on his face like you don't believe him. And a lot of them do. Like what you will find is a lot of these immigration officers is the same as the police officers. You'll be telling them, look, man, I didn't do it, and they don't believe you. Understand this, like when you look at immigration officers, just think about the times you've been stopped by police wrongfully, unlawfully, when they accuse you of having certain things that you're not involved in. Go ahead.
The questioning does not seem to have been very extensive because a few minutes later the officer noted he was satisfied that the subject is a person liable to be detained and arrested.
Understand, there's a person liable to be detained and arrested, meaning, yep, it's a dishonest person, they're illegal here, detain them and arrest them. So the immigration officer weren't listening, but now, obviously, because we're afraid, we fear them, so what do? We give them the rundown and explain to them, not realizing that you're explaining to a man that can't hear you. Like, no matter how much you explain, this man can't hear a word you're saying. So okay, go ahead.
And also, if I may, sir, the scripture says he's a deaf adder, right?
Exactly. So you're explaining to a man that's deaf, he's never going to be able to hear what you're saying, man. You saying I've been here for 50 years. You're saying that we hear you, us black people hear you, but he don't. He hears nothing. What he hears is illegal immigrant. He hears based off what he thinks he sees. And he thinks he sees an illegal immigrant. So Lucky, go ahead.
So Lucky, I have the scripture if you want, sir, for that.
Oh yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, that's Psalms 58:4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent,
They are like
poison of a serpent, and a serpent is a snake. Go ahead.
they are like the deaf adder that stoopeth her ear.
They're like the deaf adder that stop their ear, and they stop there. To stop your ear means to close your ears and not hear, and that's what they do, man.
Stop it.
They stop their ear,
Right.
and they don't hear your cries, they don't hear your pain. This is what they do. They just they punk you at the same time. They let you cry your eyes out and pour your heart out, and then they lock you up anyway. Listen, I'll never forget, man. There was a Suge Knight interview years ago. This is when Suge Knight was, Suge Knight. And it goes that, yo, I only got all these years in jail because I didn't cry or beg the judge for anything. And it's kind of true. He goes, yeah, they only gave me these years because I didn't bow down and beg the judge for anything. And the judge, imagine this, the judge wants you to apologize to them like the crime you committed was against the judge. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to court and people apologize to the judge. Sorry, judge.
Yeah.
If anything, you apologize to the person that you harmed or whatever. So yeah, these police officers do the same. Apparently in court, the judge will look at you, and based on your mannerisms, he determines what he's going to give you. If you're in the chair all slouched back like this,
yep.
He's like, all right, you don't care, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Right.
Sometimes when you go to court, it's nothing to do with the court's not about the court case that you think is about you. It's not about you. Like this immigration thing right here, that these black people thought was about them. It's not about them. It's about England not wanting you in the country. They just found any man that they could consider illegal. So it's not about you on an individual basis. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. Other one is how you sit up, how you talk, how you present yourself. Or if your English is good, if your mannerisms are good, you're absolutely right with that, sir. Perfectly, absolutely right. It's lucky.
And this is how you know this is true. Why? Because that's why people go to court in a suit. That's why. So people go to court in a suit so they look the part, whereas which lets you know it's got nothing to do with the crime. At this stage, it's about, all right, then how does this person look? How does this one present themselves? Whereas with the Bible, the true justice, the Bible says what? Don't something about a man. Don't charge a man because of his countenance. Meaning, don't look at a man's countenance. Get me? The Lord saying, yo, I don't give a damn what a nigga's wearing. This case is about the case. This trial is about the trial. With the white man, that trial ain't about the trial. That trial's about who's rich and who's poor. That's what that trial's about. If you're famous, the judge will want an autograph from you, man. If you're famous, the judge will give you a lighter sentence because you're a celebrity and just want an autograph from you. Now, when we rule the earth, I don't care how famous you are. Listen here, you could be the most famous basketballer ever. If you commit adultery, you're going to die. That's all. You could be the greatest basketballer that ever lived, that we all loved as a player, but we don't love you as an adulterer, man. We loved you for playing basketball, but when you're an adulterer, we have to do service to the Lord, man. In that day and age, they would have done their service to the Lord, and they didn't care who you was. Now back then, the Lord had to put things in place to stop men from giving certain men a pass. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Kadawan Khan. Given the fact that the subject has not provided satisfactory answers to the immigration officers, immigration officers' inquiries at 9:38 hours, which is in the morning, I recommend for the subject to be detained. Boy. I then allowed the subject to change his clothes and pack a bag.
So they was about to break into this man's house, and a few minutes after breaking in, after not being satisfied with his answers, they said, we're going to detain you, and they allowed him to change his clothes and pack a bag. Why? Because he's going to near enough like a jail. It's a place you go right before you get deported. So now, Paul X case, and now this is Anthony Brown's case, and he didn't know about Paul X's case, and she didn't know about his. They thought this was only happening to them because apparently the Edomites said, yo, we have to keep this on the wraps. We can't let everybody know. They said we have to keep this on the wraps. We can't let everybody know. Lucky, go ahead.
Kadawan Khan, to lucky, sir. I've seen police officers let off white people, you know.
Listen, I've seen it too.
let them off from their crime. I saw them climbing out of a window. Officer went past. They gave them a story. I was watching. I just sat there and listened, and he let them go.
Listen, man, the police always be letting them off because the police was made for them, man. The police is set up to oppress us. This is why they're always where we are. Always where we are.
So like
one black man has a fight. One black man has a fight. Listen, we don't celebrate Carnival in here, but I'm using that as an example. A few fights in Carnival. Now they want to ban it and cancel it. But in Glastonbury, there's a ton of fights there as well. At these white festivals, there's cocaine. Listen, at these white festivals, believe it or not, there's always some Edomite that dies of an overdose for taking drugs in the tent. Every single time someone dies in a tent from a heart attack because they took so much drugs and their heart was pounding out their chest. Go to them raves, them Edomites, their pupils are so dilated that they have to rave with glasses on. You're thinking they're raving with glasses on because they want to look cool. Nah, it's to hide the fact that they're on ecstasy and all these other drugs. That's what they do, man. So lucky boy, lucky man.
Yes, sir. Also, there's obviously the murders that happen there as well. You know, in Glastonbury, there's enough murders that happen every year there, and they, like you said, they just carry on allowing. They don't even show it on really TV, do they? They don't. It's only black people they try to expose, like, you know, we're the bad people, but their people are doing it in Scotland every damn year, and they're worse up there too. So I've been told.
And another thing, these Edomites go to the school and kill kids in the school, man. There's an Edomite that went and stabbed a boy in school. So they do those things. But one is these things happen far out, so they try not to put them on the news. And then there's always some sub-story behind it. There's some sub-story behind it where, oh yeah, he grew up rough. You know what? There was an Edomite that killed a Hamite over there, actually. Some woman that was a doctor. And I think it might have been in London. And his father came out and apologized and said, oh yeah, my son was ill. We tried to get him help. Blah, 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 blah. And the father's passing the blame, trying to blame the medical. Whereas when a black person stabs someone, nobody passes the blame, man.
Yeah, that's so true.
And black people in the comments saying, oh, I feel so sorry for this man. And I'm thinking, damn. Well, when that black man in Nottingham started running people over, nobody felt sorry for him. And he had mental health. And it's proven that he had mental health. Now, whenever black people do something, it's a problem. Now, when they do it in reverse, oh, it's mental health.
Yeah.
And so forth. Meanwhile, people always forget that knife crime in the UK started with white people, man.
That's right.
With all the Tender Boys, they was their original gang members. So much that we fight over postcodes when really they originally was fighting over postcodes. Started off with white people, man. Well, us. We came here and we was trying to find jobs. We was trying to work in the factory, and they was telling us there's no jobs. Meanwhile, they was outside all the coffee shops. Listen, if you could speak to a black person from the 60s and 50s, they will tell you that you weren't allowed to go in the coffee shops. The Teddy Boys would be in them coffee shops.
So like even the guy in Birmingham who got shot by the police in his own house, with mental issues, but they didn't mention none of that.
So they stand up to the police. How can you stand up to the police in your own house?
Exactly.
In your own house.
A stand-up usually in a public place. His harm to know himself. And so he got a knife. Who doesn't have a knife in their house?
And you know what the crazy thing about it is? Him being in the house and being a harm to himself, meaning the worst thing he could do to himself is kill himself, and they done it for him. So how can he be a harm to himself? Listen, imagine this. They're trying to stop him from harming him, but then harm him in the process. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
Exactly. So you're trying to stop him from harming himself, but then you kill him, which means you've done more harm to him than he did to himself.
So what is the point you even being there, Salakia?
To do more harm to him than he was going to do to himself. So imagine you're in your house. The worst thing the man can do to himself in his house is kill himself right around.
That's right.
And you went there and done it for him, which means you're more of a harm to him than he was to himself. Because at least, imagine this, when he was a harm to himself, he was still alive. So he didn't harm himself that bad. He wasn't harmed to himself, but he managed to keep himself alive.
Yeah.
Until you that tried to prevent him from harming himself, harmed him to death. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's heavy, other one. Because what's the point in them being there? What happened to their de-escalation skills? What happened to that? Where's that then when it comes to our people? We just target practice to them. It's lucky.
Listen, they need training, man. They need training in de-escalation and negotiating skills, man. Sometimes you have to help the police out. When the police pull you over and they ask for ID, you have to say, "Officer, I'm going in my bag. There's just only ID in there. I'm not able to get it." Remind them what they told you to do. Because if you don't remind them what they told you to do, they're probably going to scream, "He's got a weapon." So you can say, "Officer, my ID is in the central console. Am I able to get it?" And then while you're getting it, you talk them through it. "Officer, so this is the handle for the central console. I'm just going to get my wallet out of here. You see this here? A weapon can't fit in there. It's just my driving license. Am I able to go in there and get my driving license?" It's like you have to talk them through it how you talk for a child. Because if you don't talk them through it, they're probably going to do harm to you. So it seems like we have to help the police out and talk them through every situation. Listen, I seen a brother save another brother the other day, man. From the police. The police looked like they wanted to lock him up. And another brother had to come and negotiate, and the police ended up letting the man go. For us to lock him. Go ahead.
His mother, Lucille Thompson, had left 5 years earlier to try to earn money in London to support her 3 children. She had struggled to make a living as a single mother in Kingston, so she decided to sell her best furniture, a chest and glass fronted cabinet, bought herself a £70 plane ticket, and carried out what must have been an unusual brave plan in the conservative mid-1960s to travel alone to London.
So now she sold her furniture to get a plane ticket to travel to England. Why? I know when she came to England, she experienced racism straight away, man. I'm telling you, as soon as you come off that plane, you would have heard the word nigger like you've never heard it before. They make out that England's not racist. And listen, man, I've lived in here. I think I've lived in England long enough to know if it's racist or not. How's a white man gonna tell me England's not racist? You ain't lived the life that I've lived, man. That's right. You ain't been called the N-word like I've been called it. Trying to tell me England's racist. What you'll find is every black man that's honest with themselves will tell you England's racist. If they're honest with themselves, if they ain't got a white woman in their bed, they'll tell you the truth, man.
Yeah.
So like the video of White Yardie saying that he didn't know about racism in England. The black people in Jamaica treated him well. And then another video that circulates, I might bring out on the Instagram if I still can find it. A black man's in China, and he said, "Yo, black man," they go, "Black fix up, man." He goes, "I go to China, yeah, everyone's treating me like garbage, and in our country, you don't do Chinese people like this. Our people, we love him. We don't do what they do to us."
Why is that one where they wouldn't even serve him food? Then
I'm not sure what. A Jamaican man, and he had the passport. And he goes, "I'm a Jamaican man that travels a lot." And he goes, "Boy, I'm not sure." He goes, "Boy," he goes, "Listen. What I've experienced in China," I go, "Listen, they come to our country and make it chilling, and we don't ever treat like that." I go, "Black man, we gotta do better." That's
what I'm saying. We gotta run their Chinese shops out the hood, man. That's what we gotta do. We gotta say, take Hong Kong out the white. Why am I seeing Hong Kong in Handsworth, man? Handsworth's the ghetto. Why am I seeing a shop called Hong Kong? No. We need to tell them, man, take that to Chinatown, man.
But it's not even. But if I make other one, it's not even them, is it? It's the government that allowing them to set up shop here. It's not even them. They're just be asking and they're getting allowed to. You know, it's the government allowing them and not allowing us, right?
While it is with them, they know how to make money off black people. So that's what they know. So they find the location and say, "Yo, we put this in a black neighborhood. All those people that want chicken wings and fried rice is going to spend their money here." Because what you'll find is you never ever see Chinese people in the Chinese restaurant. Never ever. I ain't seen a Chinese man in the Chinese restaurant yet. What you do see is black people and spending all their money eating low quality meat. You do know these restaurants give you low quality meat. Think about it. Why would they give you top quality meat and lose out on profit? You think the East Indians care about what you're eating? They give you that Dana meat, which is a combination of everything, man. All the bones crushed up, bones, teeth, jaw bones, toenails, all kind of meats just crushed up together, and they just mask it with ketchup and mayonnaise.
Is that what kebab meat is?
Yeah, it's crushed up. It's all meat crushed together.
Oh,
Tastes good as hell.
why is that?
I love them.
And it's lawful as well. Low quality.
Why they make it taste nice though, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? They just crush it all together, and then they just serve us it. I mean, that's what we'll be eating, low quality meats, man. A lot of these shops we go to, it's low quality. Especially these East Indian ones. Think about it. You think he's gonna catch a expensive fish and sell it to you for what? How much is fish and chips going for now?
I don't even know. You're asking me. I cook at home. I don't have fish and chips.
See, fish and chips, once upon a time, you could get it for £2. Now you're looking at about £7, £8.
£10, I think, last time.
£10, and listen, chips. Imagine this: a cone of chips cost how much now? It used to be 50p once upon a time. I don't even think you can get a cone no more. We used to get a cone of chips, 50p. And a scallop potato.
Yeah,
scallop, when they sprinkle that little bit of salt on there. All of that is a little cheap food they give us. But lucky, go ahead, okay.
You can't. She quickly found a job in a factory, stitching mattresses. If I may, sir, can I just say something on that? That's not even changed today. When was that, Salakia? That was all. How long? Something.
With what, this year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, the 60s.
It's still not changed. Black people are still in factories. Still in factories. That's all they want to give black people, factories. That's it.
Listen, I see black men working there behind us in the warehouse, man.
Warehouse.
Every black man's dream is, get a job in Jaguar Land Rover. Get a job in Jaguar Land Rover. and you're right, man. Jaguar Land Rover is a factory where they only got 3 shifts: 6 till 2, 2 till 10, and 10 till 6. And they rotate it, man. I had to rotate the shift. I had you can't have a set shift.
One time, we go to bus driving. I pride myself. I was like, yes, good job. I said, good job. I went to it now. Told the man to believe in that. Doctors are computer and bus driving. And his face dropped like, oh, we would do that. But to all black, to all the black people, they're like, yeah, also good job, man.
The things that we look at as a good job, it's not a good job, man. I'm telling you. What we think is a good job ain't a good job. This is why World War III needs to happen, man. I think Israel bombed Syria today, right? Israel bombed Syria without the permission of the USA. Which means, imagine this: if they're meant to listen to you, and they're doing things without you giving the order, how can you even trust someone like that? Like, this is what it is with Israel. This is what they're doing. They're doing things while it is. They don't want this war to go on, but their hearts being hardened, and they're doing things that they don't even know what they're doing half the time, man. Listen, man, this is going to be like Egypt all over again. Yeah. Pharaoh's hardened, and 1 minute Pharaoh would calm down. Next minute Pharaoh's on one again. It's time for these Israelis' hearts to be hardened, man, because you don't want to let God's children go. You want to lie about who God's children are, parading yourself around like you're the real Jew. So much that when we out with the shield, people's looking at us like we're Jewish, and we have to explain constantly, man. You know, listen, Saturday, I'm explaining to some woman that's Palestinian that can't even understand English, but she looked at me, she's like, Jewish? You run what they're doing over there, and then to explain to her, yo, we ain't them. I had to explain to her, nah, well, it is, we ain't them.
Right.
You don't understand what I was on about. I had to explain to her, look, we ain't them. Because they're dropping bombs and killing everybody, man. I'm telling you what, the day's coming when they're not going to study war no more. The day's coming when they're gonna have a nuclear that gets rid of a derelict building that I don't want no more. The nuclear bombs that they're using, they're gonna put it in a building and say, all right, we want this 3-story building gone. They're gonna turn it into lawn mowers. They're gonna turn it into garden tools, all of those kind of things, man. Yes. Listen, ISIS is gonna deal with them so bad that they ain't even gonna know what to do with a weapon, man. They're gonna look at that weapon and say lawnmower, man. You're gonna catch them with a weapon like, what does this do? They're gonna say lawnmower. It's gonna look like a grenade, but it's gonna say lawnmower. He's gonna say this is a. It's gonna look like a grenade. He's gonna say it's a ride on lawnmower. He's gonna have something that looks like a tank. He's gonna say, yeah, this is just a ride on lawnmower. I'm gonna say, show me how it works. He's gonna go on this tank that looks like a ride on lawnmower, and it's gonna shoot seeds and all of those kind of things. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. No more are they gonna study war. Christ is gonna deal with them so much that they ain't seen war yet. Like they think what they're doing is war. The Bible says Christ is gonna destroy them with the brightness of his coming, man. Meaning them bombs and everything. That's the brightness. That's lucky. Go ahead before we go to the topic.
Okay, Khan. She quickly found a job in a factory stitching mattresses. While Lucilia left, Anthony and his elder siblings, Desmond and Vi, became what was later known in the Caribbean as barrel children.
So now they call them barrel children. Barrel children is children where the parents send barrels back to Jamaica. Some people make fun of you for it. Some people be like, yo, you're living good. Lucky, go ahead.
Those who received regular care packages in large cardboard barrels, shipped to them by parents who had gone to seek work in the US or the UK.
So now parents would go to the US or the UK and they would ship.
I remember that, other one.
They would ship barrels. Listen, I remember it too, man. They would ship barrels and then everyone would put something in the barrel and they would send it to Jamaica. Usually they would send it around Christmas time or whatever. They would send it so the kids that they left in Jamaica would have toys and presents and cards from their mom that's in England and whatnot. And then the other kids that didn't have nothing would be jealous because obviously they ain't got no one that's foreign. And then these kids would grow up, then they'll start asking for money. And then the parents in England ain't got no money to send. And they're thinking, yo, my parents have forgot about me. They're in the land of the king and the queen. And they're not sending no money. It's lucky, go ahead.
Kalawan calm. Anthony remembers getting shoes and condensed milk when the barrel was delivered from London. It was exciting, like Christmas, when it arrived. Everyone would have something in it: clothes, toothpaste, money. We were the only ones with shoes like that where we lived.
And there was the only one with shoes like that where we lived. And I remember when I went to Jamaica from here, me and my brother was the only one with shoes. And the other kids didn't have shoes. So they was teasing us for having shoes. And remember, we're from England, English accent. And they're just outside, left to their own devices, young, doing whatever they want. Whereas we was more, coming from England, your parents more watched over here. Because obviously we don't know Jamaica like they do. So they was teasing us because we had shoes and they didn't have shoes, and I couldn't understand how they was walking barefooted. Now I understand this because they're oppressors the devil, man. Now I understand that. Back then I didn't understand why they're walking around barefooted. Whereas we had them sandals and stuff, they didn't have that. That's lucky. Go ahead.
That's so right, sir. If I may, I remember the guy named Presserfoot, and his foot was full of dead skin. And they're walking on them limestones, and them limestones are big. They're not little small stones like over here. They're big. Yeah, that was crazy, man. So like,
and them stones, not even. It's not like it's a flat surface. It's like how Birmingham's got like pavement you could walk on. Over there, it's like you're walking on level gravel. Walking on stones and rock and potholes.
Yeah,
it's rough still. I can't lie. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember being in Jamaica. I've gone downstairs, opened the pot, a lizard's jumped out the pot.
Lord, what type of pot? Food pot?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember, A lizard's jumped out the pot. And then back then, if you know anything about those houses, it's like the house is not to the floor. So it was up a bit off the floor.
Yeah.
So lizards could run in and out.
Yeah, and breeze blocks. They had breeze blocks.
So like, say that again.
They had breeze blocks for bricks, didn't they?
I can't even remember. It looked like
big.
This is years ago.
Yeah.
I'm talking so long ago where you didn't have a sink in your house to wash the dishes. You had to use
I was there. I was there in the bucket. You have to fill up the bucket, and then over you in a little metal tin. I was there.
Yeah, you have to ask people if you can use their hose pipe to wash the dishes. Listen, I remember. I think it might have changed now, but this was years ago. That's all I remember about Jamaica is that. And I remember seeing all the police officers with the guns and me not wanting to walk past them.
Yeah.
So, walking past them because they're standing there with the guns. Remember, I'm from England where there's no guns. And to see a police officer with a gun, I was like, yo, this is looking kind of scary. I was about 6. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
Yeah, calm. We'd be so happy. We used to idolize English stuff.
So they used to love the English stuff. Lucky, go ahead.
Khan, the barrels did not come often because Lucille's wages. Is that her name, Lucille?
Lucille.
Lucille's wages were so low.
See? And now, this is the part that a lot of our Caribbean brothers and sisters don't understand. That when you come to England, we're not rich. Our jobs is low. Understand this. The news that you see abroad of England and everyone's rich. That's how white people live.
That's right.
It's not how black people live. And then the black ones that come over here, they have to lie to you and make out that they're rich because your perception is that they're rich. So they lie and say, yo, in England, I'm making this much money when they're not. The reason they say that is why? Because your perception of them, your perception of them is rich. So they make out that they're rich until you come to England yourself and then realize, yo, this monster goes rich in England. I'm here. How come I'm not rich? You start to think there's something wrong with you. In fact, there's something wrong with the country. From the country. That's lucky. Go ahead.
And she was trying to pay rent and also save money so she could buy a plane ticket or buy plane tickets for her children.
See, and she was trying to save money. She was trying to save money and pay rent. And what the white man did, he put the rent so high that you can't save because all your money goes in the rent. So now when you tell your kids, I'm going to go to England for 6 months and then I'm going to have you over. You come to England and you're working for 6 years and you still got no money. The reason why is because the oppressor is the devil.
Right.
He puts you in a low-paid job and charges you high rent. Imagine that, you're underpaid and overworked. It's black people's life. Underpaid and overworked. And then she's got kids that she wants to send for, and she can't even do it because now she has to pay for rent. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Other one, if I may. Do you know what they're doing down here now? They're like tripling the rent deposit, you know.
With that nowadays, they have a certain standard where they can't take the piss with it now. So to anyone that's going through that, look into it. I think just type in rogue landlords and advice will come up. But a lot of them that are trying to overcharge, apparently they can't overcharge in certain ways because they passed the law. They passed the law on it.
Remember that other one? It's lucky because a lot of people may not know that, you know.
I want to say they passed the law kind of recently as well. So they passed a few laws before, and they passed some recently. So the landlord can't do certain things like if something breaks, he can't let you wait till tomorrow. If there's no gas or whatever, they have to be on the ball. So whereas before, if there's no gas, the landlord would say, oh yeah, don't worry, just wrap up. He can't say that to you no more. They need to get someone out to fix it. Because a lot of these landlords know that black people don't know their rights, so they'll take the mick out of you.
Take advantage.
Exactly, they'll take advantage because they know most black people don't know their rights. So this is why sometimes it's very important to know your rights and know the laws and know certain things. So when they try and do one thing, because they will try and charge you for something that you shouldn't be charged for. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Yeah. Color one cancer. First, but it took her about 5 years before she was in.
See, it took 5 years, man.
She was trying to you just cut out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
It's lucky the one you cut.
Can you hear me?
It's lucky.
Hold on, wait.
It's choppier than. It's real choppier the one. It's lucky.
Bear with me. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yours is choppy.
It's gone. No.
So, like, someone give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Give me a 1 if it's my side that's choppy, or give me a 2 if it's Hakian's side that's choppy. No, it's not outside. I think it's okay inside. Hold on. From the streamer. Say something, Hakan.
Yeah, Khan. 1 2 1 2.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it seems better now.
Yeah, most of the person.
So lucky that was a real bad interference there. So lucky, so. Her daughter came first, but it took her about 5 years before she was in a position to send for Desmond, who was then 11.
So now she worked, and it took her 5 years. Imagine this. It took her 5 years to pay for a plane ticket to get her child over. 5 years, 5 years is a long time. So imagine how much was she getting a year and how much was she able to save? Not a lot, because she's paying for rent. So listen, before you disrespect your parents, you don't know the sacrifices that they make, man.
Sure thing.
You don't know the things that they do. You're sitting somewhere in Jamaica mad at your mom. She's evil. She's in England, started a new life, not knowing what's really going on. This is why sometimes don't let that demon in your head consume you, man.
That's right.
If you feel like you don't know something and you want to know, ask. Say, oh, Mom, what's taking you so long for you to send for me? And she'll tell you. But don't be sitting down over there miserable and bitter. Like, oh, my mom's in England and she's disowned me. Because that's what a lot of the kids thought. Listen, up until the day my grandma died, she had 3 kids that was in Jamaica. And she lost contact with them. And she was trying to find them and she couldn't find them. And she's sending letters there. They're sending letters here. And the house that my grandma used to live in, some Edomites brought the house. When my granddad sold the house. And my grandma used to go there and say, has any letters come? And all this time, these Edomites was throwing the letters away, man.
Wow.
All this time, these Edomites was.
How did you find out? So lucky, how did you find out, other one?
Oh, because later on, years later, after my grandma died, the sisters ended up on my mom's doorstep. So they didn't even see their mom alive. She's just always said, I've got 3 daughters. And she's always said, maybe when I die, they'll be able to find me that way.
That's wicked as hell, man.
And then one time, and then she died. And then I want to say about 4, 5, probably about 8, 9 years after she died, I remember coming home and I'm seeing loads of women crying. And I'm like, yo, what's going on in here? And then my mom's like, look at this woman. Who does she look like? I don't know. She's like, it's your auntie. But at this time, yeah, I'm a big man now. I'm like 18, 19. So I'm past that stage of meeting family members now. You know, you past that stage of meeting family members. I'm past that stage where I don't need nobody now. That's where I was at back then. So then I remember they all was crying, and they was like, I remember, wait, how can you still there? Is he sick?
Yeah. I'm just tuned in, listening to the other one. So yeah.
Oh, no, sir. So then, boom, I remember. So I'm in the room for a bit, and then one of them was like, yeah, growing up, I had no mom, and I resented her because she had left us. And then I remember my mom was crying, saying it weren't like that. She was trying to reach us. She was trying to reach out to all of us, and she was sending letters, and she would go to the house every day and sit outside and wait for the postman and see if any letters was coming. And then they found out that white family was throwing the letters away, man.
Wow, boy, that's so lucky. That make my skin turn. Other one, that make my shit turn my skin. Wow.
And then my grandpa said, maybe when I'm dead, they will find me. And then when she was dead, they was able to go and find the death certificate and find an address. So that's how they found the address. I remember the all was crying.
Oh my God.
The all was crying in the living room, 3 of them. One lived in Jamaica, one lived in Canada, one lived in America. And they grew up with their dad, because when my grandma came here, she was going to send to bring them over here. But then when she came over here, her and my granddad had kids over here. So that's how my mom and them was born over here. So they knew about their Jamaican sisters, but they never ever spoke them, never ever met them. And that's because the oppressor is the devil, man.
Oh my God.
So much that my grandma didn't see her 3 daughters again.
Oh my God.
Died with a broken heart, wondering if she's ever going to see them. And she'd always talk about them. And you know, when someone keeps talking about something and in your head you're thinking, no, you're going mad. How many she's going to see now?
Nah, bro.
Daughters, until I actually seen them. I saw that. I said, listen, I have to join the ISUPK to get some justice, man.
Nah.
I saw that. I said, yo, I need to be in the I. Listen, when you see me in the ISUPK, this ain't just for me. This is for my grandma that wasn't able to join.
That's right.
My grandchildren was able to join it.
Right.
This is
That's
so
right.
they can get justice. This is so a seed that came from them can get justice.
Wow.
This is so they can get justice. Forget that. I honor them that way, man. Even though they won't ever understand, I honor them that way. I understand. So lucky.
Deep shit there, Salakia, boy. Hey, what you just said there, boy, touched my inside, my core, right inside. Salakia, that's some deep shit. Threw the letters away, you know. Exactly. They're not your fucking letters, Salakia, to dash away. And you just wanted to see her, children, and then she only see her, Salakia, man. Boy, they cut me, boy. That cut me to other ones, Salakia.
And she died not seeing them. She died not seeing them.
Yeah.
So when I hear these stories, so this is why sometimes you have to ask your parents stories. I realize a lot of the Caribbean community don't like to talk about what happened in Jamaica. Wow. So they don't like to talk about it, but sometimes you have to talk about it so you can find out like certain things about their family, like where they came from, what they done for a living, how was life. So sometimes I ask them, so yo, what happened? What happened here? What happened there? How did this happen? How did that happen? And then that way you can kind of find out the story of why your life is so messed up today. You can kind of piece 2 and 2 together, how your parents' life was so hard. And then that way it'll make you understand, all right, then my parents done the best they possibly could. Remember, our parents didn't have no silver spoon. Our parents didn't have no silver spoon, or none of those things.
So Lakia, that was heavy, other one. Forward for sharing that with us as well. I appreciate that. Shit, where was I? Slakia. He had wanted to leave his grandmother. Slakia, if I miss something, I think I've gone out somewhere, innit? Why? That just blew me up.
Just carry on. Just carry on where you at if you want.
He hadn't wanted to leave his grandmother. I was crying. I used to call her mum. She said, "You are going to see your mum."
He didn't want to leave his grandma. He was crying and wanted to call his grandma mum.
Which was puzzling. He was scared on the plane, but remembered looking around and seeing how calm the rest of the passengers were. Once he realized that everyone else is relaxed, then you relax. But he had shook at the airport when a strange woman tried to take him away. I said, "You're not my mum."
See, so he was at the airport and a strange woman tried to take him away. And he said, "You're not my mum." She tried to take him away and he's like, "Yo, you ain't my mum." Guess what? It was his mum, but because his mum was in England for so long, he forgot who his mum was. So Lucky, go ahead.
That really upset her, my brother said. Come on.
That would imagine. I can imagine this. You're working day and night so your son can come to and join you. And then as soon as your son comes and joins you, your son says, "You ain't my dad."
They recognize you.
Yeah, that'll break you, man. That'll break you. People forget about with this transfer, we'll split up from our families.
Imagine your son, you see your son, you look at him in his eyes, you grow with him to a certain age, and then all of a sudden, you get to a certain age and he can't even recognize you. He can't even recognize his own blouse and skirt family, father and mother.
That's what I'm saying. That's sad, that is, man. That's the part of this that they don't tell you. So now, the Polish didn't go through this because they allowed the Polish to come over to England with their kids.
That's right.
Whereas with black people, they didn't allow them. You had to come singular, and you had to leave your kids in Jamaica, and then you kept bringing your kids over, and then they passed the law so you can't bring no more over. That's Lucky, go ahead.
Yes, that boy. Hey, it's Lucky. Hey. This shit is triggering for real, you know. It's Lucky. This thing is triggering right now. Anthony is...
Can you hear?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, so I can say something.
Yeah, Carl, I'm here. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, go
Carl,
ahead.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me turn this up.
Oh, now it's my side I can hear.
Carl. Anthony is not sure how much he had attended school in Jamaica. and he was behind when he got to primary school in England.
And it was behind when he got to primary school in England. And the reason he was behind is because a lot of these English teachers wasn't good teachers. Okay. They weren't good teachers and they didn't know how to teach Caribbean kids.
That's right. They still don't to this day.
Exactly.
And they don't want to.
Exactly. They don't care about your education. Listen, I remember one time I used to get in trouble. The teacher used to be like, she used to take me in the office and start shouting, saying, when you're older, you're going to end up in jail. I wish I recorded it.
Say that again at once. I didn't hear that quite clear. So like sir, if you could.
I remember when I was in school, I had a headmaster called Miss Wharton. She used to take me and 2 other brothers in the office. She used to shout at us, tell us, yo, you're going to go to jail when you get older. And this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And you ain't going to do nothing with your life. And
Wow.
And she'll speak to us like that. And we'll just stand there and not say nothing. Get me? Back then, we was from a generation of you don't tell your parents anything. So whatever they say, you just leave it. That's what we did. Not realizing that was wrong. Now, if a teacher spoke to my kids like that and they told me I'm going to be in the teacher's office, man.
Why?
I'm going to lock the office door behind me, Hakayan.
But trust me.
Trust me. I'm in the teacher's office. I'm locking the office door behind me.
Trust me.
See who's stronger that day.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man.
Well, we're going to see who the Lord's with that day.
Yes,
a re-education. Some of these teachers, this is why kids need to tell your parents what the teacher said. What the teacher said could be incorrect.
You know, the teacher said to me, I remember his name, a big rugby player, a Welshman, massive, right? He got my brand new coat my mom bought me, you know. I remember it, a black one, right, with grey down the grey sleeves, right? A nice shiny one. It was nice. This motherfucker Salakia jumped on my coat up and down like it made monkey sounds.
Damn.
Bridget, I Salakia the one. Salakia. I told my mum, right? She came up with a hammer wrapped up in newspaper, right, and went up there, but she got stopped from going in there. But he knew he effed up. Mr. Boyle, that was his name. Mr. Boyle, that was his name. He was a history teacher, I think, maths teacher. He started making funny sounds and saying that, you know, we have to climb through trees to get our bananas and stuff like that. Yeah, she came up, boy, to open him up, man. My dad was in the car. My dad was like, boy, hey.
And it's mad, you know why? Because back then, racism was you could say what you wanted and they could get away with it. Whereas now because of the internet, they can't get away with all that stuff. But yeah, them teachers was racist as could be, man. Racist as could be. If you want to know racism, go to an English school. I mean, if the teacher's treating you like that, of course they're gonna make sure you don't pass the exams. Yeah. I mean, like even exams, we do know someone has to mark the papers. Imagine if a racist is marking your papers.
Exactly.
Imagine if your name is Tyrone and there's a racist marking the papers. He knows Tyrone's black. If your name is Ezekiel or something, Jeremiah, they know you're black. So the examiner that's marking that paper, if he's a racist and he knows you're black, he's probably gonna knock off a few marks.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this marking thing ain't fair.
That's
None
true.
of it's fair. They don't play fair. And now this is why I'm asking them the same thing. Listen, man. I'm gonna say to them, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a race. I'm gonna put a black man 80 meters up the pitch. And I'm gonna 20 meters behind. And then I'm gonna tell the black man go. And then I'm gonna let the white man start running when he gets to 95. And then they're gonna say to me, you're just too slow, man. You're just too slow.
Black man will beat him anyway, the one. Black man will beat him anyway.
Exactly.
That's why black man will beat him from the start to the finish anyway. Where's he going? Who can even test the Jamaicans already? I don't see no Edomites nowhere near them. None whatsoever.
Not even close. Speaking of that, I saw the thing the other day, and this is what they said. The 3 fastest black women in the world. I was thinking, yo, you don't need to say that. Say the 3 fastest women in the world. Because you're saying it like you're insinuating There's other people that's fast like them.
Yeah.
Get me? And the three fastest black women in the world is Joe Flo. What's her name from America? She's and it's Flojo. Rapid.
Richards, something Richards, isn't it?
It's not Sally Richardson. Something Richardson, but she's held that record for like 39, 40 years.
Joyner.
Yeah, Florence Joyner, yeah. So it's her number one. It's Elaine Fraser, number two. Is her name Elaine Fraser?
Jamaica, isn't it?
No. Shelly Ann's third. The next one, Elaine Thompson, is second. Then Shelly Ann is third. And they said the three fastest black women in the world. They said that almost like there's a white person in there that's almost as fast. Nah, man, you ain't outrunning no black people, man.
No way.
You ain't outrunning us. Not in this life, not in this life.
But Salaki, so when I see them Olympics, boy, I listen. I see Jamaica just leaving America, everyone behind, gone, missing in the relay. Bolt just tear them up. Bolt and the other one, Ashley for Power. Later. No way you're catching them Benjamites. And then I thought to myself, imagine when they were on, they tried to attack, the English tried to get them on the Maroons. And imagine 100 bolts and Ashley for Powers fit in that as well. That's why they lost. There's no way you could win. You can't beat them.
That's how you know it was the Lord why we ended up in slavery. Because if the Lord said, you know what, I'm gonna step back and use like this, defend yourselves, them Edomites would get messed up, man. Just imagine you got 1,000 Mike Tysons that can run like Bolt. Imagine that, man. Imagine you got 1,000 Mike Tysons that can run like Bolt, that can shoot like Shaquille O'Neal, and imagine that, man. Imagine you put all those things together.
That's true, you know.
Them. I'm telling you, you put all the skills that we have together, we're unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Yes, sir. He liked school, but he never really caught up. And his difficulty with reading and writing gave him, like Paulette, a lifelong aversion to filling in forms.
See? So now, because his reading and writing weren't the best, because he's from Jamaica, he couldn't fill in forms. So to fill in the forms to stay in the UK, a lot of them found it hard to fill in because they're not from England. Yeah, go ahead.
Padawan Khan, which was at the root of many of his immigration problems.
Which is the root of many of his immigration problems. So go ahead.
Filling out forms, innit? Yeah, because the course I was just in as well, they were saying that a lot of black people, Benjamites, don't know how to fill in the forms, and that's why a lot of them are homeless.
It's true. Even ones that live here, even us that live here still need help filling out certain forms. Listen, the English language has got too much punctuation for me, man. Too much punctuation, semicolon here, hyphen here. Stuff that I don't think you need, to be fair. What's the luck? You go ahead. What do I know?
Which was the root of many of his immigration problems. He found it very
many problems because he doesn't know how to fill in the forms. So go ahead.
Can't answer. He found it very taxing to register at a GP surgery. Look at that. And he never
found it hard to register at the surgery. He found it hard to register, man, which means he can barely get a doctor. So go ahead.
So like the other one, you know, I at one point because of my history, you know, from jail and things like that, I couldn't even send an email. No one taught me how to send an email, you know. I couldn't send an email. When they talked about Apple phone, I was like, Apple phone, and Apple, is it Apple? And I didn't understand it at all. So I can definitely relate to this as well, definitely.
So lucky. Let me get Officer Ilazar's question. Is that a question in James, the second chapter and verse 4? If you could get me that.
James Salakia 4. Was that 4? Oh yeah, can I see? Okay, I see it. James 2. Benjamin's getting on different out there.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear them.
Yeah, they're loud out there, man. I'm gonna have to call Juby in a minute.
You get me that? Listen, this is how Benjamites talk, man. They're loud. Everything is loud.
Is the window open there? Is your window open?
They're
loud, bro. It's lucky. James 2, verse 4. Are you then, Salakia, are you not then partial in yourselves and are become judges of evil thoughts?
Also, it goes, are you partial in yourself and become judges of evil thoughts? So now, when you go back up a few verses, you find out what they was talking about. Go to verse 2. So now I'll let you know evil thoughts. Go to verse 2.
James 2, verse 2. For if there come to your assembly a man with a gold ring.
So a gold ring is what? A man with money. A man in a suit. A man that looks the part. A man that looks the part comes to your assembly. Go ahead.
In goodly apparel.
In goodly apparel meaning good clothing. So like we was talking about, when a man goes to court, the judge lets certain people off because they look the part, they're in goodly apparel. But if a man goes in ripped up clothes, the judge don't care about the crime he's charging that man because he's basing it off appearance. That's what this is talking about right here. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan. And there come in also a poor man in vile raiment.
So now it says, if to come a poor man in vile raiment, a poor man with ripped up clothes, a poor man, no cream, hair uncombed. Go ahead.
And you have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing.
If you have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing. So you look at a man in the gay clothing and you look at him like, this man, he looks the part, he's respectable because he's got on a suit and tie. He's got those trousers that people wear that are short with no loafers with no socks on. He's got on that kind of clothing. Then the next man comes in ripped up clothes. You then view the two different. You're viewing them based on their apparel. So lucky, go ahead.
Karawan Khan, did you want to explain about the gay part first, at all or not?
Yeah, gay is just like game. Back then, gay meant happy. So basically, here you could just say a man that comes in with good clothing. Right. It's not literal talking about gay clothing, how we would call it today.
Khan. And say unto him, sit thou there in a good place.
And now, because this man's came in nice clothes, now you give him a high seat in here. And I don't care which man comes in here. I don't care if you come in here covered in gold, and an officer in here that comes in here that's a higher rank than you. Because you've got all the money, I ain't gonna treat you better than I treat him, man. Right. I ain't gonna give you a higher seat because you've got money and he don't. It don't work like that. That's what this is talking about. So lucky, go ahead.
Yeah, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or
and
sit.
Now you give this man a seat because he's rich, and you say to the poor man, stand there because he's poor. You ain't judging them based off works. You're judging based off rich and poor. Go ahead.
Or sit there under my footstool.
Or sit there under my footstool, meaning you're belittling this man because he's poor. He ain't rich like the other man. And you're putting this man on a pedestal because what? He's a millionaire. That's what these oppressors do today. What this is saying that we shouldn't be like this. Slaki, go ahead.
Karawan Khan, are you not then partial yourselves and are become judges of evil thoughts?
And you've become a judge of evil thoughts. Why? Because you're thinking, well, this man's poor, so he's trash, he's nothing. And then you're thinking, this man's rich, put him on a pedestal. Now you've become a judge of evil thoughts because these men they've walked in based off rich and poor, and you've made the difference based off them being rich and poor. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan, so like you said, being a respecter of persons, right? That's the evil thought.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So you're respecting the man because he's rich and disrespecting the man because he's poor.
Hearken, my beloved brethren. Have not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
And he's saying, hearken, man. It's saying, hearken, haven't God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? So that man that you was looking at as disgusting and poor, he could actually be richer than that rich man who's ass you kissing. He could actually be better than that rich man who's ass you kissing. This man could be rich in something which is better than money. He could be rich in faith, but you will never know that. Why? Because you became a judge of evil thoughts. You didn't base this off faith and righteousness. You based it off apparel. Go ahead.
Color one can't. And heirs, lucky. Have not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him?
And these men, whether they're poor or rich, if they love the Lord and do what the Lord tells them to do, they're heirs to that kingdom, man. They're going to inherit that kingdom. Go ahead.
But you, or ye, have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you?
He's saying, but you've despised the poor. You hate them because they're poor. And he says, but do not rich men oppress you? Because now you're looking at them because they're extra poor. But to that rich man that oppresses you, he's looking at you how you're looking at them. So he's saying, but don't rich men oppress you. Go ahead.
And draw you before the judgment seats?
Draw you before the judgment seats. Listen, the rich men oppress you and they draw you before the judgment seats. They look at us and they be like, yo, look at those Israelites in their cheap garments. Look at those Israelites with their cheap this, their cheap this, their cheap that. They oppress us. So we can't be in here oppressing somebody else who's poorer than us. Because those rich men oppress us and drag us before the judgment seats. Go ahead.
Kadwan Khan, do not they blaspheme that worthy name by which ye are called?
And they blaspheme that worthy name by which we are called, man. We called by the name of the Lord and they blaspheme that name every day. Go ahead.
Talaki, can you give me an example of blaspheme on that word, other one, if you could?
As basically blaspheme is like a wicked lie. So they blaspheme that name. So say for instance, we will say, yo, we're doing the work of the Lord, and they will tell you, no, you're not. Things like that. We will say, yo, we're doing the work of the Lord. They'll tell you, no, you're not doing the work of the Lord. That's not the work of God. Things like that. We'll say, yo, we're keeping the laws. God said to keep the laws. They'll say, no, that's a lie. You don't need to keep the laws. They blaspheme that name by which we're called.
Or that Christ was a white man and is really a black man.
That too. They blaspheme that name by which we are called. Lucky, go ahead.
Color card 8 and last one, sir. If you fulfill the royal law according to the scripture.
So if you fulfill the royal law, this holy law which is according to the scripture, go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, you do well.
And now it said, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, you do well. And to love your neighbor as yourself is what? To keep all them brotherhood laws that pertains to him. The same way you want people to be righteous to you, you be righteous to someone else. The same way I don't want someone to rob from me, I don't rob from you. The same way I don't want no one to sleep with my wife, I don't sleep with your wife. If we fulfill that royal law, the same way I don't kill you over something minor, the same way I don't want you to kill me over something minor, I don't kill you over something minor. If we fulfill that royal law, we do well. That's what James is talking about. Hopefully that answers your question.
Hey, Shalom, Officer Alaza. How you doing, sir? God, I know this brother is lucky.
That's lucky. Take me back to where was that, Hakan?
We're at
oh, you finish it or
no? Yeah, I think we have actually. He never opened a bank account but he never opened a bank account because the papers he needed to complete gave him a headache.
So he didn't open a bank account because it gave him a headache. Hey, no Scout Islanders are forwarded to you, please forward it to you. Or let me get this one. Lucky, let me get this one.
They moved a lot when he was a child.
So now they moved a lot when he was a child. So now if a man did have paperwork and you move around when you're a child, you're going to lose that paperwork. The paperwork that he would have had to say he was a citizen in the UK, they would have lost that paperwork. Go ahead.
It was stressful for his mom sharing houses with other families. Sometimes rows would break out.
See? And imagine this. You can't afford a whole house. So now you're paying rent for one room and you're sharing with other families. Rows would break out, man. Listen, I can imagine you got to share a room with a house with a random family,
Madness.
and you're trying to sleep, and their children are making noise. It's gonna come a stage where you're gonna say, "Yo, tell your children stop making noise. I work nights," and they're gonna say, "You're the only children," and it's gonna turn into rows and fighting, man. And it would, because you're amongst the family that's not your family. You're just living amongst random people that are all over here oppressed. You're gonna snap one day, Lucky boy.
Sometimes rows would break out, and she would have to set off again to find.
Rows would break out. She'd have to find a new property because she couldn't live with the people she was living with. People think that when you was renting a room, people think that you was living with people that you know. No. These is all new people that you don't know. It's all new people that you don't know, and what you'll find out is everybody has their own way of life. So if you're living with someone that's got a different way of life to you, you're gonna fall out. There's some people that like to wake up and play the radio loud for no reason. Now that would annoy someone that likes peace and quiet. How do you compromise that? This man's gonna say, "Yo, I want the radio on." This person will say, "Yo, I want quiet." You're gonna fall out. The only way to solve the problem is have your own house. But the oppressor done it away where you couldn't even afford your own house.
Always leaving the children at home because landlords were never keen to rent to people with children.
See? So I should find a new place and they should leave the kids at home until she found this new place. Why? Because the landlord didn't want to rent to people with children. Go ahead.
Hadawan Khan. Anthony thinks it was hard for her to find people happy to rent to Jamaicans. She got a lot of racist abuse. We were all getting it.
See? And imagine this. You're in a new country. You're not making no money. And you're getting a lot of racist abuse. And you barely got a roof to put over your kids' heads. That is why most black people have mental health, man. I mean, of course, mental health. Listen, man, how do you deal with that? Of course, mental health is going to be high in the black community. This is what black people are going through. These things will make you mad, and it may turn a lot of people mad. Apparently, some people came to England and they had a breakdown that they didn't recover from. This is the side that they don't tell you. Some of them had mental breakdowns that they never ever recovered from. So Lucky, go ahead.
Kadawan Khan. Anthony thinks it was hard for her to find people happy to rent to Jamaicans. She got a lot of racist abuse. We were all getting it. He had to make sure he was on the bus going back from his school in Shoreditch, a mainly white area in East London, to Stoke Newington, a much more mixed area in North London, before evening set in, if he wanted to avoid getting beaten up.
See, imagine that. This man was just on the bus trying to go home, and he had to get home at a certain time before the white people beat him up. These white people was in Shoreditch. Is Shoreditch still a white area now?
I'm not too sure, you know, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't go down them sides really.
In Shoreditch where Mama Absi was?
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. So now he has to be on the bus and he has to be home at a decent time. Why? Because those white people beat him up. Imagine this is your life. Your kids get beaten up by white people and you can't do nothing to help them. Because if you do something to help them, a mob of white people is going to burn your house down. So what do you end up lucky and you end up beating your kids further? Clap. You should have been home earlier. I told you to get home earlier so this don't happen.
Yeah.
This, out of fear, you're beating your kid on top of the beating they've already got. Imagine that, man. Out of fear, you're beating your kid on top of the beating they've already got.
Yeah. Out of frustration, isn't it?
Half of the violence towards the children from the parents was what? Because white people, man. We learned that violence from you. Black people that overbeat their kids. We learned that from you white people, man. We learned that from slavery. And then we beat our kids the same way like they're slaves.
Yeah.
Right? Black parents beat you with whatever they can find. An extension cord.
What?
A belt. And tear you back up.
Tear it up,
They do that. Why? Because they sin. That happened to them in slavery. So their parents done it to them. Because their parents done it to them. Because their parents done it to them. Because some white men done it to them. So you follow the table all the way up. It comes from a white man that comes all the way down. So this is why now Once you're in the UPK, you need to learn how to discipline children properly in the right way. Listen, man, you got a son that's not listening, make them do some basics, man. This is what to do. Wake them up 6 a.m. All right, you coming to the gym with me tomorrow, man. You think you're a big boy. All right, we're going to see how much of these big weights you can lift, man. And they'll appreciate it, man. And then guess what? On the way home, you can tell them the life lessons like, yeah, man. So sometimes parents beat children and don't tell them why they're beating them. Imagine you got a child and beat them, and you don't tell them you're beating them because they're putting a pen in the plug. Guess what they're gonna do tomorrow? Put the pen in the plug again. It's like having a dog. When you're beating the dog and you don't tell the dog don't know why it's getting beaten. At this stage, it becomes abuse. Sometimes you need to ask yourself: is my beatings warranted, or is this abuse? Now, sometimes you're gonna have to discipline these kids. You're gonna have to, but obviously you don't want to start getting all like electric cords and all of them things. It's you don't want to start getting extension leads. Use the extension lead to plug extensions in, man. Plug the TV and all of those things in, man. Don't be using them to whack your kid and rip their back all up and stuff. Understand this: when you're disciplining them, you're trying to make them a better person, not trying to kill them. Ask yourself: am I trying to discipline them or am I trying to kill them?
I used to feel that.
Go ahead.
I used to feel the red lumps on my arm, you know. I had to feel them up the next day. Boy, the lumps was about an inch off my flipping skin, you know. Trust me, beaten, but I don't charge her for it. I charge the white man for that shit. So like, excuse my language.
That's it. You have to understand. She's just doing to you what was done to her. And now, because you're the first one of your family to join the ISUPK, you can end that slavery cycle. Whereas by not doing to your kids what was done to you, and then your kids won't do that to their kids and won't do that to their kids. Like in life, sometimes if you've been treated bad in life by your family, this is what you do. You come in here and you break them generational curses for you and your family. So what do most people do? Mope around and, oh, my mom done this to me, so I'm going to do it to somebody else. Oh, my dad did this to me, so I'm just going to mope around about how much of a deadbeat he is, so I'm going to do what he did. Oh, you can, and be a great man for your dad and for everybody else that wasn't able to be great.
That's right.
Everybody that wasn't able to be great, you can be so great so that when they come back, your greatness lives in them. They come back with your greatness. Or you can mope around all day about how hard your life was.
And cry.
You can mope around all day while we get the violins out and listen to how hard your life was. Because, I'm sure you're the only man that's lived a hard life. I'm sure you're the only man that's lived a hard life. Of all the billions of people on the earth, a hard life is unique to you. A hard life is your ID and your moniker, and it only applies to you. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
I hear you, Khan. So forward for that. Appreciate it. He had to make sure he was right before he get big. This was the late 1960s. Racial tension was surging across Britain.
This was the late 1960s, and racial tensions were surging across Britain. Go ahead.
Although he had no memory of hearing about Enoch Powell's speech, in retrospect, he thinks that this might have been behind some of the hatred he faced. Is that the speech where he said, black people are good in a few years, black people are going to overrun the world, England or something? Is that the speech?
Yeah. That speech there with the rivers of blood, like that speech, all white people agreed with it, but because they couldn't act like they agreed with it, they had to fire him, but his followers went up. So they said about 70 to 80% of people agreed with Enoch Powell's speech. So now, imagine if 70 or 80% of people agree with it, that means the people in office definitely agreed with it, because a lot of those MPs had a hand in slavery, man. A lot of them owned slaves or was getting paid from it. So when they acted like the innocent, there wasn't, man. A lot of you prime ministers was getting paid from slavery. They acted like there wasn't, but there was. How do we know the records, man? We got the records, man. So lucky, go ahead.
Calm. When he looked, when I look back I think those white kids at school, they must have heard the speech. They were looking at me like they wanted to kill me.
See? Imagine that. He's just going to school, trying to survive in England, and they was looking at him like they wanted to kill him. Go ahead.
There was a lot of you black bastard. You you racist mother. F.
There was a lot of them. They called him wog,
black.
nigger, all of those kind of things. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. There's a lot of you black bastard, you wog, you nigger. There were pubs I had to avoid walking past because those people would drink there and I would get attacked.
See? And this is how black people's life was in England. When you see them attacking these migrant hotels, understand that's how they treated us on stage, man.
Right, sir.
You walk past the pub and you would get attacked. These white people drink a beer and start attacking you, man. How can you expect me to care about these Edomites when this is the things that they was doing to us, man?
Right.
This is like 60 years ago. This ain't that old, man. The average, our mums is around 60, so they live through this, man. They live through this. And their accounts, they'll tell you how racist England was. Nowadays, people try to get away from it and pretty open all of those things. Go ahead.
You have to go to the next slide of the one, if you could.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can't, sir. When a fellow inmate read his files for him, they said they appeared to have been a mix-up of identities because the name on the file wasn't quite right.
Imagine this, the office went to arrest this man and they didn't even put the right name on the file. They thought it was someone else. So incompetent at their jobs, man. That's lucky, go ahead.
And officers seemed to have muddled him up with an entirely different prisoner who had long history of gun offences.
See? So now they mistook him for another prisoner and they always mistaking black people for somebody else. All the time they're mistaking black people for somebody else. Always. That's lucky, go ahead.
And we all look the same in that. So lucky. Another reoccurring issue that became clear through the months as I heard dozens of stories of Home Office cruelty was the desire to classify people as illegal immigrants and remove them from Britain was frequently tampered by official incompetence, which meant...
And a lot of them was incompetent, man. Like, go ahead.
Which meant the threatened removals did not happen short-staffed and overworked Home Office employees make. Stupid mistakes that sometimes have disastrous effects on people's lives.
They was making mistakes that was having an effect on the Windrush generation's lives, man. They're mixing up names. They're giving him a different name to what his name was. They're mistaking him for somebody else, saying he's a criminal when he's not.
Frequently, on the letters sent to him, Anthony Bryan is referred to as Anthony Byron.
Exactly. They mistook his name, man. They mistook him for somebody else. And I think they knew who he was. They just wanted to kick him out of the country. That's lucky. Go ahead.
When Janet, imagine they probably still do that today, you know. So lucky.
Exactly. Listen, they do it all the time. They pull you over and they try and ask you, are you such and such? They say, oh, you look like someone that's committed a crime in the area. And then I ask them, well, what does the person look like? And they can't tell me. Where was the crime committed? What does the person look like? And they can't tell you. They can't tell you what they was wearing. But you look like someone that committed the crime. Listen, if you don't know what the person looks like, how can you tell me I look like that person, man?
Exactly.
You look like someone that's committed a crime in the area. But if you don't know what they look like, how do you know they look like me?
Right.
Let me hear it over the radio, the description of this person, or are you lying? Because most of the time they're lying, man. That's why you go ahead.
That's why it's so good to have the cameras now on your phone and that. So good now. Save you a bit. You know what I mean? When Janet visited him in the Verne, prison officers brought out someone quite different with a similar name.
Imagine this, Hakim. Imagine you in prison, man.
Yeah.
And you go to visit someone, you go to visit your loved one, and they bring out another inmate, man. That's not you. And they're trying to tell you that's him. And you say, nah, that's not him. We're not dumb, you know. We know who we come to visit. Yes, lucky, go ahead.
And it took a while to persuade the staff that this was not the person she had come to see.
Imagine that. It took a while to persuade the staff that this ain't the prisoner she come to see. Go ahead.
Shortly after he was released from detention for the first time, Anthony was sacked by the man who had employed him for years as a painter and decorator.
But now he was sacked from his job. Why? Because what these Edomites would do, they would go to your employer and say, yo, fire them, because if you don't fire them, you're going to get a 20 grand fine. And now the employer don't want to pay no 20 grand fine for no nigga, so he's going to fire. So Lucky, go ahead.
His boss was very apologetic when he told him in December 2016 they had become friends and he respected Anthony as a dependable and efficient worker. But since the fines for employing illegal immigrants had recently doubled to 20,000, he felt he had no choice.
And then you know what? You can't even blame the business owner. Because if a man's got to pay £20,000 fine when he could just fire you and get someone else where you don't have to pay a fine, he's going to do that. Because money rules the world. He ain't going to keep you on the payroll. That's Lucky, go ahead.
A fine of that level would push a small firm into bankruptcy.
See? And now they threatened your boss. And now your boss don't want to be bankrupt. So he has to fire you. So if he fires you, your income stops. You can't pay your rent. Go ahead.
With characteristic thoughtfulness, Anthony said he quite understood. He was at pains to make his boss feel better about the decision. He told him he didn't blame him and that he would have done the same if he had been in this position or in his position.
His boss, don't feel bad about it. It is what it is, because I'd have done the same because that 20K fine. But that's Lucky, go ahead.
His formal appeal was refused, and officials advised him to seek advice from a solicitor.
So they advised him to seek advice from a solicitor. Go ahead.
Since Anthony had been prevented from working for the past year, and since, as we've seen, legal aid for immigration cases had been largely abolished, he knew this was going to be hard to afford. Janet pulled together all the money she could find and found another solicitor.
Oh, listen, man, that right there, you see that right there? That's a good woman right there, man.
Yeah.
Imagine she put her money together to go find the solicitor. Listen, black man, if you got a woman that can't even give you £5, £10, ask yourself what kind of woman you got, man. Ask yourself. You got a woman that can't help you with anything. Ask yourself what kind of woman you got, man. Ask yourself, when life really hits, has this woman got you, man? Yes or no? And this is why, listen, man, this is why in my old age, I'm realizing, yo, you marry a woman that shows you she's a good woman, man. That shows you she's got you in hard times, man. Because now what you'll find is a lot of women will be with you while you're up. But when you're not up no more and you're about to be deported, they ain't got you no more, man. They ain't putting no money down.
Love dates and stuff like that.
Exactly. They love dates and expensive flowers. But when you need money, like this man needed, she shows she ain't a good woman, man. Listen, man, you should know this. If you got a woman and you've lost your job or whatever, and you're in certain situations, and she ain't willing to help you or whatever, ain't even trying to do no paperwork, my friend, you don't have a good woman there, man.
That's right.
You don't have a good woman there. You have a monster. That's what you have.
That's
you
right.
have you have a monster there, man. And this is why before you marry any woman, you make sure that's a good woman. Because times like this, you're about to be deported. Are they going to do the paperwork for you?
Yeah.
Or times of adversity, are they going to be there for you? Are they going to put their pennies in and say, yo, I ain't got a lot, but I've got this? Listen, you know how beautiful it would be if a woman ain't got the money and she comes and says, I don't have that, but I have this. You know how beautiful that is?
Yeah.
That make me shed it. That almost make me shed a tear. Listen. Imagine this. She ain't got the money, and she's like, I ain't got it, but I've got this. And you see a little £2 coin in her hand, and that's all she's got. She gives it to you.
That's heavy. That's heavy, man.
I'll break down the listen.
That's
I'm like,
heavy.
listen, a hardcore nigga, but that shit right there.
Yeah.
You might set me off, so like
Touch you different. That touch you different, man.
Seeing those £2 coins might set me off.
Yeah, I hear that.
But she tried.
Yes.
There's a woman out there that has money that won't try. Men would rather cry because that woman didn't try. Don't
Can't.
do that. Imagine she didn't have it and she tried, man. That's a good woman, right there.
That's a good
Whereas
woman.
there's a bitch out there that does have it that won't help you, man.
That won't help you.
And you have to look at her and say, all right, then I'm not going to be in this lowest state forever. But then you have to make better choices with the women that you pick up, man.
That's so right.
Have a woman that's got you back, man. Have a woman that puts in her brick and can help you, man. Instead of having one. But imagine this. What is the point of having one that can't help you? Is there any point? There's no point. Imagine having someone there that's no use when you need them. It's like having a car that don't start.
True. No use.
Now you can start a car, but do you have a functioning car? No. Like you could have a wife, but do you have a functioning, helpful wife?
Right.
Probably not. Listen, man. As lucky guy, I can be on this all day.
I'm listening, man. That's heavy. You're heavy, man. That's heavy on the one. What you're saying is heavy. Golden, man. That is golden on the one. Salakia.
What's that, Christ?
Yeah, I can't remember where I was. Okay. Yeah, that last bit there. So on the 13th of October 2017.
Fuck here. It goes. After I thought it goes, Janet pulled together all the money she could find, man. Give Janet a round of applause, man. Give Janet a round of applause, man. While some of you women want to go to the car and shake your ass, Janet's trying to save her man from getting deported, man. Yo, big up Janet, man. So lucky, go ahead.
God, so lucky. On the 13th of October 2017, he was arrested at his home. At the Home Office Reporting Center and taken to Capsfield House, another immigration removal center ahead of planned deportation to Jamaica. Some of them had lived in Britain for as long as 20 years, but no one had been here as long as Anthony.
Hold on, let me see if you can do it. Hold on, I'm going to skip most of this. Bear with me. Yeah, go ahead, let me get this one.
Janet scraped more money together and paid her lawyer.
Janet scraped more money together, and you women can't even scrape a slice of bread with butter for you, man. You can't even scrape butter and bread for you, man.
Make them
Big
know.
up Janet scraping money together, man. Big up Janet, man. So lucky boy. Some of you can't even scrape butter and bread for you, man. Yeah, you ain't no Janet, man. So lucky boy. You ain't no Janet.
So lucky. To get an injunction stopping the flight.
Imagine
so like,
this,
do that again. Janet scraped more money. You cut to lucky one?
Read that again, you cut out.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah.
Janet scraped more money together. Janet scraped more money together and paid her lawyer $1,350 to get an injunction stopping the flight.
Imagine that, man. She found money. Listen, she found money to stop her man from getting deported, man. She found money to stop her man from getting deported, and she didn't have money like that. And she worked and found money to do it, man. Listen, if you're a sister, you support your man. Support your man, man. You open your legs to him. Now it's time for you to support him, man. Go ahead.
Her finances were now in such a dire state that she was unable to pay 2 parking fines, which led to her car being impounded.
Imagine this, she gave this man all her money and paid for his legal fees so much that she couldn't pay her parking tickets and her car was impounded. Give Janet another hand, man. This is what Janet said. Janet said, damn that car, I need this man more than I need this car, man.
That's right.
Janet said, damn this, I need this man more than I need this car. Go ahead.
Or to collect her glasses from the menders.
Listen, Janet was willing to go blind to make sure she paid this injunction for this man. Go ahead.
But she got Anthony released from detention for the second time.
And she got him released. That's a good woman right there, man.
That's right. By the time we met, she estimated they had spent over $5,000 on legal fees, which, given Anthony had been banned from working, had not been easy.
Listen, you ask your woman for £10, she won't give you, man. You ask your woman for £10, look at £10, £5. She ain't trying to give you, man. Janet spent £5,000 on these legal fees, man. With some of these horrible women, you would be deported in a heartbeat, man. Sure. Listen, man, you got a man, you better, your man needs help. You help you, man.
Thank you.
Listen, man. The only place you're gonna get great women that help their men nowadays is in the ISUPK, man.
True
Our women in here help us, man. A woman's supposed to be a help me. Now, a woman in here sees, all right, then her man ain't got the finances. She's gonna say, all right, I got this. I scraped this together. You know what? I'll work Uber Eats so I can get some extra money. I'll do that so I can get some extra money. Yeah.
If I may say, just to add to that heavy point there, but the women of them days valued a man more than they do today. You know, the women have changed today.
While it is, there's some women of them days that still exist in the ISUPK, man. There's still those women that exist. While it is, those women, men don't know how to pick women nowadays. So they're picking women based on how she looks. Whereas you look at the spirit on some of these women, you should be able to tell she's never going to help you in the time of need.
Yeah, true. You
should be able to look at the spirit of a woman and tell, yeah, if hard times, she ain't helping me. You're supposed to know. Yeah, with this woman, in hard times, I'm doomed. You're supposed to know. You're supposed to see it. Sisters in here, they're going to make sure you're straight and they're going to help you, right? They know they help me and they know they serve the Lord, man.
Right.
They're going to be greater than Janet in here, man. They're greater than Janet in here because they have the Lord on their side. Now, Janet was great for a sister in the world, but a sister in the UPK, she's going to be far above. She's going to super exceed what Janet did. She's going to go above and beyond what Janet did.
Right.
And you know what? With that, before I keep going on there at night, clap it up. That's the end of the class. We'll be here next week. Listen, so lucky with no more Windrush next week. It's been 4 weeks. We didn't get to finish, but we're switching the gears. We're gonna go somewhere else next week. We're gonna go to another part of the world where the oppresses the devil. All right, with that, you can call it.
Sir, that was a heavy class. I appreciate that, sir. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Shema Shai Brakatah,
Yahweh Shema Shai Brakatah,
Yajimata. Any sisters in the class of the one? Salak, your thought. Class dismissed.
For what again, Israel will be here tomorrow. Scripture breakdown. We'll be here again. We'll go to the Windrush probably. We'll finish it off probably later on in the year, but next week we're going to switch gears. All right, then Shalom Israel. For what again,
Forward to you, sir. Forward.